Welcome, lords and ladies, kings and queens, my noble court, to the Cosmic Archive, a living legendarium of a million worlds. I am Lord Master Leonis, your humble scribe and archivist and curator of this fine establishment. Today, I am going to be looking at Skybrows' most recent video called Skyeop. Seen a few people have reacted to this, but I haven't seen the video myself. As usual, I'll be giving you a minimal reaction and a maximal reaction, and also as usual, if you are on YouTube, unfortunately, you will not be participating in the minimal reaction, as YouTube has decided an unpaused react is not okay under their general rules of engagement. So I'll be cutting that out for the YouTube crowd. Alright, get the lyrics down here. Oof, well, he has the list of cameos. Despite life's best efforts to throw obstacles in my path, I finally finished the sucker. I'll be doing more short, faster content while my work schedule is so hectic. Except for Zucker Wars. Tags below. Zucker Wars. Is that another one? Is the Zucker Wars like a new one he's going to come out with? Oh, I'm excited to find out about that. Alright, so this is a 3-minute and 26-second video, which is shorter than his more recent videos have been, so hopefully that means the React video will be a bit shorter. We shall see. For minimal React, I'll go ahead and full screen this, and then for maximal we'll do not so full screen. Okay, bye-bye YouTube. See you in a few. Okay, that is... Damn! First things that come to mind is like the wires binding everything, and then that fight scene with Eustace. I don't think I've actually seen Eustace in a fight scene really yet. Man, that was really good. That was really, really good. There's a lot of cameos. There's at least one in there that I was just like, I don't even know who that is. Never seen that face before. I've read most of the Skydex now, so hopefully we are about to have some good information. Also, welcome back, YouTube. So I'm going to... I didn't really pay super close attention to the closed caption, but this time I'm going to go ahead and make myself a wee bit bigger. There we go. Perfect. Because I want to be able to scroll down here and see who people are. Oh, I noticed I actually missed the first person Skyeop anime. The first one I noticed was the Holy Ball. Man, who all is here? There's a lot of them, man. A lot of them. So a lot of these are names that I recognize from the Skydex, but like for example, this one doesn't look familiar. And this one doesn't look familiar. And the Gossip Goblin doesn't look familiar. So it looks like there's going to be some that I'm not going to have like all the info on, unfortunately. Also, I did not catch half of these. It moved so fast. So hopefully we'll get a chance to catch them all in the second watch through. With that being said, without further ado, let's start that second watch through, shall we? So this opening, like the sounds are so good. I like this like digital sound at the opening here, because you see this looks like a corrupted file, and then you hear like this. That's such a good sound for that. And it kind of looks like he's being torn apart, whoever this is. I don't know if this is our Skyeop anime guy already, but he looks like he's getting torn apart. Another thing I wanted to notice, the first time we saw him like this in his creative space with all the screens was in Crybrows, I think. And in that one, he looked dark, cold, unfeeling, detached from the world. In this one, he looks vitalized, rebuilt. He looks a little skinnier, a little healthier. His hair kind of has that anime main character thing going for it. He looks more confident, more involved in what he's doing. He doesn't look villainous anymore. He doesn't look cold anymore. I really, really like that. Hey, who is this? Who goes? Is this just a random goon? I don't know. I'm going to guess this is Skyeop anime. I've never seen this person, I've never heard of them. They're not, to my knowledge, they're not in the Skydex. I don't remember seeing them in the Skydex. So that being said, we're going to find out just how good I am at retaining information, because I feel like I probably don't remember all the Skydex characters I've seen. I don't remember seeing her in the Skydex, so I don't think she's there. This design gives me... Obviously, her name is Skyeop anime. If I'm correct, if this is Skyeop anime and I'm correct. This design gives me very, like, authoritarian character vibes, like police, authoritarian police. So this is the holy ball, and he appears to be fondling his ball. Okay, this is Nihileth. Oh, this is so cool. I did not catch this in the first. Everything's so fast. Inauthentic. Okay, so Nihileth recently went through this on YouTube, where YouTube claimed that his entire account was considered inauthentic and no longer eligible for monetization for the next 90 days. He appealed it. It got immediately rejected, like it always does. Then he went to Twitter at Team YouTube. He got a lot of us to at Team YouTube about it. I was one of the ones who did that. A bunch of other people. There's like a stack, huge chunk of people all on his post, and it got reposted multiple times, and YouTube just never talked to him. So after 14 days of that, he finally said, all right, enough. I'm too tired to keep going. And he stopped pursuing it. And now he just has to live with the next 90 days. He's not allowed to make money on YouTube at all. And I don't know if that was his main income source. He's a lot bigger than I am, so I wouldn't doubt if it was his main income source. I'm small. My main income source is a normal everyday job. And I do this on the side, hoping that at some point in the not too distant future, I could build it into a company. But if you're already there, if that's a company you've already made, you're dependent on this to make your money, that's so bad when they just pull it out from under the rug. 90 days of making no money. You got to go find yourself other work. And this is one of the main reasons why I've started uploading all my stuff to X and Rumble, because I do not want to depend on YouTube. They're not dependable. Okay, this is definitely Feeble Mind, right? Let me look. Yeah, that's definitely Feeble. Something interesting. Is this Shiver, by the way? It's got... I kind of see the jellyfish shape up here, but this looks so different. If this is Shiver, it's a very different Shiver. Yeah, it is Shiver. I'm gonna be honest. That's probably the best catch I'm gonna get this entire time. I'm not gonna catch that, because she looks blue and alien. Like, this is a very... I have never seen Shiver like this ever. I've never seen her model like this. But the hat really is, for me, that's what gave it away. She looks like she's wearing a jellyfish. This kind of almost looks like she is a human being controlled by a jellyfish, which is not consistent with her normal design. But that could be for making a point purpose. I try to find a word for that, but I'm not finding it. But yeah, this is Shiver. So far I've got everyone. Nihileth, Feeble Mind, Shiver. I'm cheating a little bit to see who came next, but I'm probably not gonna catch something like this, like an off design character like this again, probably. Oh, another thing that's interesting, because they put Feeble and then Shiver and then Feeble again. I didn't know this. I think most of the community knows this, but for anyone who's watching this later and maybe just doesn't have access to the information, Feeble Mind and Shiver are a couple, which I just didn't know. I had never heard of Shiver when I first started doing this. So to me, Feeble Mind was just his own standalone dude. I didn't realize that he had someone. They're not as loud about it as, say, the Bloop and her husband Hyde, or Nines and her husband Eights. This is so cool. This gives me like Tim Henderson. I think that's it, right? Tim Henderson, the guy who made like the Giants and stuff. That like internet horror vibe. Like, ironically, this kind of looks like monster, like straight monster horror mixed with digital horror. Like, this actual design of the like star shape here, this gives me like Siva vibes from the first Destiny game, with the like the Siva 99 second corrupted everything in Rise of Iron. But this gives me very it's Trevor. It's Trevor, isn't it? Trevor Henderson. Yeah. This gives me very Trevor Henderson vibes. Well, hold on. What was that shot? I want to see. Oh yeah, this is a much more fleshy monster. Is this like a wire? It looks like it's designed to look like its tail, but it's glitched enough that you can't quite tell what's going on. 4, maybe 5 fingers. Moderated, suffocated. Moderated, suffocated. Yeah, that is true. What did it say initially, though? Saturated, inundated. These are the first words in the song, right? Yeah. Moderated, suffocated. Saturated, inundated, moderated, suffocated. Yeah. See, I can see where this is going. It's a song about the current day moderation and messing about with content by content platforms. Because realistically, at least this is my opinion, I think anyone should be allowed to say anything they want, anywhere they want to, anytime they want to, anyone they want. I don't think the government should stop them from suffering the consequences of choosing to say something they really shouldn't say to certain people or to certain groups of people. But the internet is not like a real life situation. You don't, you say something on the internet, you're not going to have like an immediate consequence of that. The consequence would have to be that you have shown that you're not you're not professional, you're not someone whose opinion is pulled from like a bunch of different facts together. You're not trustworthy, and you're not trustworthy not because you chose to use certain words, but you're not trustworthy because you couldn't respect that someone who is an authority on a subject should probably not be speaking down at any group of people. So in an ideal world, if you said some terrible stuff on the internet would see that you are not someone who is, operating in good faith, they would just stop consuming your content. And that would be your suffered consequence. But we don't live in an ideal world. And because we don't live in an ideal world, you have groups of people who want to see punishment meted out for people who speak in a way that they believe they shouldn't. And that's another thing that's important is not everyone believes the same thing about what should and shouldn't be said or how it should and shouldn't be said. So there's a lot of different opinions on that, which is really rough to deal with. So there's a belief that people should be punished for saying things they shouldn't, one. Two, they either believe that the government should do that or that a private entity should do it. If it's a private entity, then it means that the platform has to act in some capacity as an editor and force you not to do certain things online. If it's the government that does it, the government makes a law which ultimately forces the platform to comply to that law and not allow content of certain type on the channel. And on the platform. Both ends of those are bad. I don't think the platform should have to care about what's put on the platform. I think the individuals need to be targeted. If the government's going to make rules about this, it has to make rules that target the individual and not the platform. Not to say that I don't think the platform should bear zero responsibility ever, but that's a very nuanced subject, and I don't know the right answer to that. But if the government's going to make rules about content creation at all, then it needs to be something that's going to attack primarily the individual who makes the bad choice. Don't mess it up for everybody else. Don't make it the platform's problem. Let us have our freedom of speech, and if someone goes out of turn, let them suffer the consequences they should from the community. That's how it should be. And if, to be fair, there are bad people on the internet who will encourage the bad behavior. So some of these people would still have an audience, which is not really a great thing. But I am going off on quite the tangent right now. Not sealed, shifting blame. This monster right here, it's like one frame. This monster right here, we have not... Oh! It's Discord! I didn't catch that with the first one either. This monster is Discord. They're doing the same thing where they're going to use AI and other tools to determine like age verification basically, and nobody gets a choice with this. Discord's just decided they're going to do it. They're trying to do something that's a little bit of a softer approach and hoping the rest of the world will be okay with that approach instead of going hard on it. But at the same time, from our point of view as the people who have to suffer under it, because world government wants to track everything we do see it as a monster. Like, this is not okay. Discord shouldn't be doing this. We should be standing the fuck up and telling our government, we don't accept that. You don't get to do that to us. That's what should be happening. This is Dot Pocket, creator of the Louieverse. I don't really know too much more about him. I remember seeing him in the Skydex. I don't think he had like a long entry in it, though. I don't remember anything specific from it. This is PsychroVT. PsychroVT is a survivalist in a post-apocalyptic world. The cold machine. Molotov. cocktail thrown at Sam Altman's home. Person arrested for alleged attack and threats at OpenAI HQ. I suppose that has to do with the fact that AI is constantly under attack by people who don't like AI, and in fairness, even using generative AI, you are giving data. By putting information into a generative AI, that AI also feeds that information back to its company that owns the AI. So you're putting a lot of personal information, including your own personal creativity, thoughts, and ideas into that as well. And there's a lot of people who don't like that. We have to fight to make sure that AI gets used properly and in good faith. And at the end of the day, I know there's a lot of antis out there, but being anti-AI is not going to stop the AI from happening. The best thing you can do is work to push AI not to be used for surveillance and to be used primarily for things like art and building, and used as a tool that can be utilized to create things rather than as a tool to surveil the people by a government. But that is the direction we're heading, and a lot of people, they believe the best choice is to just scuttle AI immediately, remove it from the pool of options. I can't entirely blame them for that belief. The people who don't like generative AI because it's not real art, like, history's going to prove you wrong. History proved everyone wrong every time a new technology came out. But at the end of the day, the other side of the AI argument, I do absolutely I understand where they're coming from, and I don't think their solution will work, but we do have to do something. We need to move AI in a good direction. Feeding on the same routine. What does this say? I'm not... Hero? Can't quite tell. Feeding on the same routine. What did he say here? Hate the cold machine. On the same routine. Okay, this is just more of the AI thing. Basically, this is the argument. At least it appears to me to be the argument from the antis, basically saying... By antis, I mean the anti-AI crowd. Basically saying, like, it's not real art. You are just feeding it data points, and it's consuming art from all these artists all over the world, and using that to create its own stuff. And a lot of people have pointed out, like, well, okay, but a human kind of does the same thing. It takes a lot longer, but you view art, you practice art, maybe, like, you don't necessarily trace art per se, but you might like look at a piece of art and look at it on a screen. I used to do this all the time. I go find a piece of art I like, and then I would look up at the screen and draw it on a piece of paper. And that's how I started learning things about how lines interact with each other, how shading works, why shading needs to go in certain areas for certain reasons, how lighting works. I'm not good at that stuff, but I'm capable of doing it. I'm just not good at it. I'm not very good at it. But I have learned, bits and pieces from basically copying other people's art. None of that was anything I ever put out there, in fairness. I never copied a person's art and then went out and like said, hey, this is my art. Never, ever. But what I'm saying is, I don't think the process of AI looking at other people's art and then kind of creating its own style to pump out as art is fundamentally any different than a human consuming art and learning to create art on their own, and their style kind of being a blend of all the arts they've consumed in a way. A lot of people disagree with that, but I don't really see the difference. I understand the concept of the machine doing what before was only something a man could do. And I get that they see this as an existential threat to their own job, basically, to their own life, their own way of being. And I get that. And for some of them, it is existential because they're not that good. And for some of them, it's not really that existential. They're really, really good, and there will still be a demand for their art. Okay, this guy has like 3 different names on 3 different platforms. What's his YouTube name again? Chaotic Pasta. Okay, I just know him as Pasta from X. But he's this like eldritch pasta monster. He is the flying spaghetti monster. Something I can feel through tin foil and stainless steel. Give me something I can feel through tin foil and stainless steel. I like that. That goes hard. Let me see. Okay, not to chaotic pasta. Anonemerist and Grumpy Whiskers. Well, this is Grumpy Whiskers, which means I missed this last. This one is Anoname Artist. I don't know this one either. This person, from what I remember, was not in the Skydex. Grumpy Whiskers was in the Skydex. He has a lot of cool, like, character model art of him, but I don't remember there being a strong, like, backstory written out in his lore. This is Null FM. I don't think I've gotten to his... I don't think I got into his entry yet, actually. I still have a few more to go through. This is... Hold on. It starts with an A. Amarist? Amarist? Something like that, right? Oh, Amalgamite. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I got her mixed up with another dragon girl. So this is Amalgamite. I haven't really seen a lot from her. Oh, what was her... Does she have a backstory? Oh, I'm trying. I swear she did. I don't remember it though. This is the problem. Is I do remember the pictures and the names associated with them. That sits pretty strongly in my mind. But some of the stories I'm gonna have to go read over and over and over again to get them like to stick. You know. I think Amalgamite had like a relatively short story about where she was from, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay, this is Pseudogray. Pseudogray is the creator of the Skydex. This is Pseudogray looking like he came straight out of Hellsing Ultimate, by the way. You know what? Actually, I could tell you the exact character he's modeling from Hellsing. He's... Oh, what is her name? The one that he fights on the ship. Rumpelstiltskin. This is Pseudo as Rumpelstiltskin from Hellsing Ultimate. That's what this looks like to me. This is Silas Frostrunner, I think, right? Yes. Okay, yes. This is Silas Frostrunner. This is Fashizi. I think he's a mod in Leaflet's community. I remember seeing he had an entry in the decks, but I don't remember anything about the entry. Like, that's drawing me a complete blank. This is a problem. I need to fix this. I need to sit down and force this information to stay in my brain. I'm like, I read the Skydex. I should know everything. No, I don't. My brain just forgot it all for no reason. Okay, this guy, he has a name too, and I don't remember. It's frustrating. Cyber Nugget. Okay, the reason that bothers me is because I saw his reaction to Crybrows back in the day, and I should probably go look at some of his other reactions. What stuck out to me about his reactions is he's specifically someone with a film director background, and he breaks down a lot of the Skybrows videos from that perspective. What kind of camera angles are being used? How is he using this kind of shot and this kind of effect to achieve this kind of emotion, etc., etc. And he does a really good job of it. He broke down Crybrows really, really well, and I liked it a lot. And I just haven't gone back and watched more, which is on me, honestly. I should. And I'm always bothered when I forget his name because I think he's a really great content creator and people should watch him. I don't know who this is, but I remember seeing this on X. This was like a frame that Skybrows put up on X at one point. Let me see. If I find Cyber Nugget. Nah, it isn't anybody, because that's not Louieverse. That's Louieverse, e.g. Lady Wasabi. Interesting here, though. Her eyes look reptilian in this. Don't get me wrong, she looks cool as hell, but she also kind of looks thinner? She looks more villain-coded in this shot, because you look at how her arms and the way he's sort of showing her body isn't like, you know what it is? It's not, she doesn't have any like warm curves to her. She's very jagged. She's got like the little things sticking out of her chest, like little metal nub things sticking out of her chest. She's got the big red X. The only real round part is the sunglasses and the top of the head. And even with that, she's got spiky hair coming out. She has these she's got spiky hair coming out here. These glow almost in the light and cover draconic reptilian eyes. And her armor and stuff is all very like brutalist, jagged, does the job, doesn't look pretty. She really comes off as sort of like the leader of like honestly, I could see this design being like the leader of like a post-apocalyptic blood cult or something like that. Don't get me wrong, it looks really cool. It would make a really cool villain. Let me see. We go back a little bit and see a little more of her design here. Yeah, you see she kind of has the boots that look almost metal, military style, jagged, like kit bashed, 5 different types of armor all put together on the same thing because it's what she could find. And then this sword, which has the same sort of like red tech stuff that the Trevor Henderson looking monster had on it as well. And then her ears are a little sharper, a little more wolf-like than cat-like in this particular shot. I like that though. That's a really cool idea for a character. Skybrow bingo. Okay, is this someone? Let me see. After her, Ando is annoyed. I'm gonna guess this is Ando is annoyed. Because I can tell you this is Creamy Manjaro, Peppa Pimpkin. Oh, I know his name, but I don't know it off the top of my head. What is it? Okay, so he doesn't actually count those in his cameos, but these are definitely cameos. I know who this guy is. He has a podcast. He's very left-leaning. He's very, I wouldn't say violent, but he pushes really hard on right-wing people. He doesn't push anywhere near as hard as on left-wing people most of the time. That being said, he will push on a left-wing person if that person says something truly dumb. This is Joe Rogan from the Joe Rogan Experience video. I believe this is Tommy from LC Signs. This is the expensive Ram from all the AI stuff. And this is a young JD Vance. But yeah, this is the only name I didn't get. And he doesn't have it listed, so I don't know off the top of my head. Someone will correct me, I'm sure. Every error aired at once, every weather in the head, every featherweight. Okay, we're back to the... If I'm correct, this is the Psyops anime, or anime Psyops character, right? Was it? Psyop anime? Yeah. This is Kenny the Hound. He's also a big contributor to the Skydex. And he has... His story is really short and sweet in the Skydex. Okay, who is... Is this Ben Shapiro? Ooh, yeah, I do like this. Oh, I've missed some words because I've been looking at the video. Where was the... Yeah, something I could feel. They've been saying, give me something I can feel. Everything everywhere, every error aired at once. Heavy weather in the head, every feather weighs weight at a time. Noise scattered, mangled chatter, muddies matters on the screen. I wonder if this is about how everyone can find something about you on the internet that they're going to grab and be like, see, that makes him a bad person. You shouldn't listen to him. It doesn't matter what you talk about. If you're on the left, the right will figure out something they don't like about you. Probably a lot of things they don't like about you. If you're on the right, the left is going to find things they don't like about you. The middle's going to find things they don't like about both sides. And both sides are going to find things they don't like about people in the middle. There will be things people don't like. Tangled wires and channels meaning severed, sick. Tangled wires and channels, meaning severed, sick, obscene. Yeah, there's a lot of... I don't know if this is a reference to like just how much wretched stuff is on the internet. I like this depiction of him getting caught up in all the wires. I'm gonna do my thing where I try to look at this like inside the fourth wall a little bit. This almost looks like Skybrows is fighting the Trevor Henderson looking monster from earlier. And this is what the Trevor Henderson monster is doing to Skybrows to prevent him from freely putting out what he wants to put out. And that does make sense because Skybrows also suffered a hit from YouTube recently where they removed a music video called Cat's What You Get because it was too lewd, basically. Too many adult themes because he had cat girls dancing around in, I guess you could say, seductive dances. This is Asmongold, right? I think that's Asmongold. Yeah, that's Asmongold. Watch the moderators. Who is this? I don't recognize his dress. Elf ears? It's in Leaflet, is it? I don't think Leaflet has an outfit like this, does she? I can't tell what color the hair is. It could be blue. I suppose it could be like blue or purple. The light is purple. Maybe it's white? I don't know. I think it's Leaflet. I'm wrong. It's Powder. Is this guy anybody? If he is anybody, he's either a pundit that I don't know, or he's what's his name here? Fantasy Images. Failed to save the face now here. Well, here's Feeble Mind again. Wait a minute, is that Feeble Mind? Hold up. I think it's gotta be Feeble Mind because it's the same design from earlier. But the white hair tufts look like Hyde. He doesn't have Hyde in his list, does he? I don't think he does. No? So that's got to be Feeble. Now here, waiting for the sky to clear. I assume this has to be Fantasy Images. Okay, what did he say before this? I feel like I keep missing words to look at the images. Tripwire violet circuit, that's... Yeah, okay. Tripwire violet circuit, watch the moderators raise. Tripwire violet circuit, watch the moderators raise. Masked opinions just to fail to save face. Fail to save the face. Now here waiting for the sky to clear. Oh, I'm trying to think of what those words might mean. I'm guessing that has to do with moderation teams on YouTube and other platforms racing to take stuff down to try to save face because they don't want people to think that they are in support of some of the things that are being said, which is really rough. Waiting for the sky to clear. Give me something. Ooh, what was that shot? Was that still Sky? Yeah, that Sky like completely covered in wires now. Isn't this also Sky? Hold on. Isn't this also Sky? I think it is. Okay, so this is funny. Because I did guess right that this is Nux. I think. This is Tectone. And I don't know what Zaid Morgan over here is, but I do know Nux and Tectone have been having these conversations recently where Nux kind of explains the reality of what's been going on in the world and how absolutely scary what's going on in the world actually is and how close we are to Quango dominance, basically. And this has been really setting Tectone off, not on Nux, but just like realizing how much he's just sat there and allowed to happen under his nose and not noticed. That smile at the end. Oh man. What's this? Father Rabbi Nux Talk. I love the Warhammer armor, by the way. For this is also Feeble Mind. He's just in his seal form. Where the plot sickens. Okay, I have a couple ideas who that might be. That might be Gossip Goblin, actually. I don't know. This also kind of gives me Disturbed vibes. This might also be the Goblin. I don't know who Neuralviz is, so... Oh, this might be Neuralviz. Is that? No, this is Plays Astronomical, so the alien has to be Neuralviz, and the disturbed looking guy has to be Gossip Goblin then. Oh, it's something box. It's something box music. It's not Beats Box music, is it? I don't think it is. What is it? Come on. Blast Box music. Blast Box AI music specifically. Oh, and Angry Duck. I didn't even notice that was one of the guys. Black Box doesn't have a lot of lore on her Skydex entry either. And Angry Duck's entry literally just says, "It's a duck, it's angry, what did you expect?" Is this Keen? Is this she Keen? Pirate Captainess Keen? Queen Keen? I don't know what we call her. Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is Keen. A's Alter. I'm wondering if that's who this guy is, or if this is just another The Capital. Oh, interesting. More and more lore, more forms, ornate normalcy. You know, I don't know if this is the intended outcome of that line, but that makes me think of the fact that, like, we as humans always chase beauty, and in our real world right now, everything is such a brutalist, corporate gray box for everything. We're not creating beauty there, but then you look at a scene like what we're looking at right now, and is that not beautiful? I mean, it might be dark, it might be darkly beautiful, but that's beauty right there. That is an awesome looking thing. And people are using AI to create this kind of beauty, and I suppose that makes sense. More lore, more forms. I'm guessing we are talking about forms of characters. And ornate normalcy within this world of the AI, because we've been constructing sort of almost a universe of people inside this AI universe around Skybrows. Normalcy. Also, I don't know if that guy was A's Alter or maybe Brain Racked. I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. This is, I covered this when I did the Holy Ball video. This is the lady who came up with the egregiously long acronym and just said it like it was normal. And it says right here, acronymity, infinity, atrocity, affinity. Yeah. Atrocity, affinity. And this, in case anyone's not aware, is the KKK. Password is secure, but the words begin to slur. Is this supposed to be pride flags? It's like, this is a pride flag, this is a pride flag, this is a pride flag. Is this a pride flag? This looks like a country's flag. Password is secure, but the words begin to slur, so... NN. I'm not really sure what that stands for. I'm guessing these are missiles or nukes, maybe? So cut the cord, break the crate. Oh, nah, you're not gonna slip by me like that. That's Skybrows breaking out of the cables. Break the cradle, watch it bleed. What is this shot? You know, I saw it before, but I didn't really consider it before. That's a lot of people just floating out there in the void. Watch it bleed. Cut the cord, break the cradle, watch it bleed. I wonder if the idea is he shattered what's controlling him, and now he kind of has like all these beings out in his creative space here. Like, is this the center point where his station was, and everything's blown up now, and this is like the universe of beings outside of that? I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know these folks, but I'm gonna guess, since there's two of them, that they're the twin one I saw earlier. Yeah, the Door Brothers. Yeah, wow, that makes sense. The Door Brothers, because it's got doors behind them. I don't know anything about them. I don't think they're in the Skydex. Oh boy, we have a whole bunch now. This is off Ted, right? This is Philip Chan, Sinavier, Kitsune Mizuki, Kitsura Nines, Venetrix, I think is her name. Oh man, I know the cat's name. I know the cat's name. Come on. This is Occultus. Oh man, who else do we have in this picture? I'm missing a bunch. Kitsune Mizuki, Kitsura Nines, It's Nyanis. Oh, that's this girl. It's Nyanis is this girl. Venetrix Wolf. Based Catnip. So if we went for this way for the first set, is that who this is? Based Catnip? Mr. Philip Chan, yeah. Sinavier, yeah. DJ Nathaniel, Skybrows Messenger. DJ Nathaniel, he'd have to be either this guy or this guy, right? This is Grizzly. I've seen this guy, but I don't remember his name. Which I feel bad because I saw him in the Skydex. Rida Zero is the cat, by the way. Velasco. Let's see. Tito Gabi. Tito Gabi's a goblin guy. Teddy Grizz. Mad Hatter Creations would be this guy. So he's either, and then you have, yeah, so he'd have to be Velasco. This guy would have to be Velasco, I think. Let me see. I don't know that any of them had like really deep lore either. A lot of the Skydex guys, like they have pictures, but then when you go to look at their lore section, it's like, I'm a streamer, ta-da. And not all of them really have like a lore behind their character. I think Rida had some lore behind his character. And Cultus had some lore behind his character, I think. Actually, I think she has some lore behind her character too. It's Nyanis? I just don't remember it. Man, oh man. I am a terrible lore master. I really am. I'm an awful lore master. I read the Skydex and I still can't tell you anything. Who is that? Brewer the Greater? Is that who that is? I can see that being Brewer, actually. Into the Who are you? Oh, I don't get a good look at you at all. Delta Wolf. Ah, okay. Cast your seed into the feed. I think that has to do with making lewd art. Okay, so this guy isn't anyone special. This is Eustace the Useful. Looking the most badass I think I've ever seen him. This is more Silas. Frostrunner. Give me something I can feel with that deep fake sex appeal. Oh my god. This is a whole thing that happened on X, by the way. I don't know if it happened anywhere else, but it definitely happened on X. where I think it was shortly after Leaflet did her whole idol, her Stellar Humanist idol thing. This guy, Silas, came out and made himself a whole idol thingy, and where he's being a thirst trap on the internet. This is the bloop. Her lore, I do know. Her lore is, we're not 100% sure what she is. She appears to be like a shark-finned underwater girl. But the idea is that the bloop itself is something that is ancient, and it lives very, very deep in the ocean. No one's ever seen it. No one knows if it's been there since the beginning. No one knows if it's only been there since we heard it. It's unknown if the bloop took this form completely, and this is actually the being itself, or if this is just an avatar of the creature living deep beneath the sea. That being said, she's IRL, she's a streamer, and her husband is Hyde Sinister, and they're adorable together. I don't know who these folks are. I probably should, but I don't. She looks familiar. This is Ace AT, and he always needs as much support as you can give him because Ace AT lives in Iran, and occasionally he's able to tell us what's going on in Iran. It's not great, but he's like a genuine primary source. So if you ever want to know what's really going on in Iran, you can go check out his videos. It's very clear. He tells you exactly what's going on. Much better source than just whatever the media makes up. Diana. I'm sure most people do know about this one too, but this has to do with a game that was recently put out by Capcom. It's called Pragmata. This was at the center of some controversy. Some completely made-up controversy, in my opinion. Basically, a lot of guys are playing this game and going, they're seeing how Diana plays around, and they're like, I want to have kids, I want to have a little girl, I want her to grow up safe and sound, and I want to protect her. You know, all the things a guy's supposed to do and supposed to think. And a bunch of people were saying, like, if you like this game, you're a PDF file. So, I don't know, man. Feels like projecting to me. This just looks like Iran. I'm going to be honest, this just looks like Iran in its current state. I don't know who that is. Is that an actual person? No? Oh, it's not a VTuber, right? These are the Chinese robots that China is trying to turn into an army to expand their own military force. And this is very scary because they have definitely gotten the robots to at least march and look like an army. Hold on. I'm going to go back frame by frame on that. Is this... I want to see, because I saw this. Okay, it's being built. Do we get to see what was... Okay, no. So it's just being built out of nothing. I was wondering if that was supposed to be like a city in Iran that built up. We got... This is Elon Musk and his rockets, which I think Skybrows puts in like every one of his videos. Now see, this I don't know, because the next listed character is Leaflet. I suppose this could be Leaflet in like a more slimy form. I wonder if this is... I haven't seen her newest idol video. Maybe this is... I did see like a cyberpunk Leaflet with glasses like this recently on X. Is this the design she has in her newest idol video? Because I haven't seen her newest idol video yet. I love the ship design. Okay, that's Discord fighting what now? Something real. Who is fighting the Discord monster? I'm curious now. Is this one of the cat girls? I can't tell who this is. This is the base basilisk, which is basically, for lack of a better term, this is Skybrows' stand, I guess. I don't know if that's necessarily the right word for it. First time we saw it, it was more of a domain expansion thing than a stand. So I can be exactly how you wanted me. Is that the cat girl that was fighting the Discord monster walking away in victory? Perhaps. Interesting. You know, this feels like he's added a whole new faction, because before we had the cat girls fighting the Zuckerborgs, but the Discord monster and the YouTube monster are more like eldritch horrors. It comes across more like warp demons from Warhammer 40k that are just, or maybe Tyranids, because they want a hive mind too. That's crazy. He designed them like some Trevor Henderson shit. That is insane, bro. What is this? What is this? Space station? I wonder if this has something to do with the Leaffoot stellar humanism thing, too. I know I was talking about that in the Elon video, but Elon's big on going to space. Leaffoot is also really big on going to space. They don't really come at it from the same angle, though. My God, that... Bro. So I watched this through the first time, and I was like, oh, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of things moving really fast by me. When you stop and you pause, there's so much, dude. There's so much. It's really, really good, though. Holy... Sky, you are, like, on point with this. Like, damn. The internet's scary, man. The internet is scary. All right, well, dude, I don't know what else to even say about this. Like, oh my God. This was so good. This might be my new favorite Skybrows video. I think up till now, I've been pretty clear that that Crybrows was my favorite. Even with everything else that came out, Crybrows was my favorite. This might be my new favorite. This was super good. This feels really good, too, because I felt bad saying that I didn't really like No Fox Given, because it just didn't jive with me, man. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It just didn't jive with me, and I felt bad saying it, because I really like Skybrows' work overall. And so, like, this is like, oh, man, we're right back in it, man. We're right back in it. I feel similarly after watching this as I felt after watching Crybrows. I have a very similar sort of, like, feeling inside me. So I think this might dethrone Crybrows. This might be my new favorite. I really like this. I really like this a lot. All right. So I think I've said all I can say about it at this point, man. Holy. More of this, please, Sky. More of this, please. I want to see more of the internet monsters. All right. Well, that'll be all from me, my curious scholars. Bye-bye.